big audience. And the kids on stage are super, super, super excited to play for you today. Now, this is their first time that they've ever tried anything like this. And I don't even call this a performance because I don't want to scare them. I call it an informance. So we're informing the audience of everything that we've learned so far this year. And not everything may go perfectly. And we might have to restart something, or maybe we might have to wait until our spring concert until it's a little more perfected. But you know what? I had a student today, and I was so happy. Carter, you want to stand up? Carter, in lessons today, he said, you know, Mrs. Corello, I practiced really hard, and I think I've mastered this. And I was like so happy when he said that. I was like, wow, that's what we're looking for. So let's give him a round of applause for that. So, you know, there's a lot of talk about anxiety in kids these days. You know, there's a lot going on in the world, right? But sometimes I think that if you prepare yourself, meaning you do your work, and you study, and you focus, and you try hard, and you put your best effort into it, when you're prepared, I think that makes you feel more secure and gives you confidence. That's how you build your confidence, okay? I always tell the kids, I wish I could wave my baton. I wish that was a magic wand instead of a baton, and that I could just make you play it right, but that's not how it works. Things that are good in life do not come easy, so you have to work at them. So, boy, we thank you very much for coming to our performance today, and we would like to demonstrate some of what we've learned in band since the beginning of the school year. We're very excited to play for you and show you all of our progress. At our very first band rehearsal, when the kids barely even knew how to put their instrument together, we sounded something like this.
Number 1, time for band. 1, 2, ready, play.
Children, that was so wonderful, it was so beautiful. Oh, it brings tears to my eyes. Yes, it brings tears to my eyes. I have a lot of work to do. All right, so now I sent them home, and they practiced, and they practiced, and they practiced some more, building that confidence, and then they came back and they sounded like this.
1, time for band. 1, 2, ready, play.
So now, that example that they just showed you was demonstrating that they know how to play whole notes and whole rest. So they held their whole note for 4 counts and they rested for 4 counts. And they have to recognize that symbol on the music staff. Now they're going to demonstrate that they know how to play half notes and half rest. So you're going to hear that the notes are worth 2 and the silences are also worth 2 counts. So they have to count in their head.
Number 11, half the price. 1, 2, ready, play.
And now they're gonna play one of my favorite songs. It's called The Quarter's Worth, and it has quarter notes and quarter rests in it. In practice, I had this on the floor, but then I kind of started seeing stars, because I kept going up and down, up and down. So let's hope that that doesn't happen to me. If I pass out, you know why. So one of the things that the kids are learning is their concert etiquette, just like the audience has to learn their concert etiquette as well. So they're learning to have rest position and playing position. So we'll show you that very quickly. So when I put my hand up in the air like this, that means rest position, which means they're quiet, so their mouth is resting, they're not talking, and their instrument is not anywhere near their face, so they can't accidentally blow on it. And then playing position is where my baton comes up towards my mouth, because their instrument is going to go toward their mouth, in their mouth. Because instruments work better that way, don't they? Okay, so here we go, a quarter's worth. And by tonguing, that's called articulation, and that helps it to have a clearer sound, okay, on the instrument. So that's tonguing. And now we're going to play our very first song, and today in third grade lunch, I heard somebody playing Hot Cross Buns, so I'm sure that third grade is very excited to hear this. Hot Cross Buns, our very first song.
Number 16, Hot Cross Buns.
We're going to give that one more try, because I don't think all the way in the back they can hear the accompaniment. So we'll just do it one more time by ourselves. Here we go. And now we're going to demonstrate that we learned how to play eighth notes, okay? Now, how many, in fact, it's this gentleman right here, right in the first row. You were playing Hot Cross Buns at lunch today. Very good. And so you have heard this before. It's like Pavlov and the dog. You don't have any idea what I'm talking about? Well, yes. So that is our signal to be quiet, right? So this is the rhythm that we're going to play in our next song. Number 45. You guys can clap along if you can keep time with us, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. direction of the band. And this is really beneficial for our third graders because hopefully next year you will want to play an instrument, okay? We have band instruments and we have orchestra instruments. And sometimes I don't think you know what instrument is which and which instrument belongs where. So this is a good time to pay attention to that and figure out what you like to play. So we're gonna have our flute stand up. The flute is a member of the woodwind family. And you make a sound by blowing across the embouchure hole. Half of the air goes into the flute and half of the air does not. But when it hits that edge, it vibrates, and that's what makes the sound. So that's a little bit of science for you. We learn a lot in band. We learn a lot of science and social studies, and I can't tell you how many times I hear, what are we in math class? Because we learn a lot of math to play music too. And of course reading, because we're reading notes on a staff. It's a different kind of reading, but it's still tracking and decoding and all those things that you do in ELA. So here we are. The flutes are going to play a very familiar song to you called Old MacDonald Had a Farm. The second member of our woodwind family, called the licorice stick. No, I'm just kidding. This is called the clarinet. So the clarinet makes a sound. So you blow through the mouthpiece, and there's a tiny little space between the reed, the wood piece, the reed, and the mouthpiece. And the air goes through there, and the reed, the piece of wood, vibrates, and that's how you make a sound on the clarinet. So the clarinets are going to play a song called Bingo, and in order to play bingo, they had to learn how to do a pickup note and how to do some slurs. So here's the clarinets playing Bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, ready, play.
In our clarinet section, they came to lessons today and they said, oh, Mrs. Earl, I really practiced and I can really do it. Can I say it? So this is Alexis. Alexis, stand up. And Alexis was having a little trouble, and then guess what? She practiced and it came out perfect, didn't it, Alexis? High five on that. Woo! All right. So now we're going to have our saxophone stand up. Saxophones, age 19. The saxophone is also a member of the woodwind family, so we want to make sure that we're, remember, in band, rest position. So we have to rest our mouths, meaning we're not talking, right? So you guys have to learn right along with the band kids. So they're playing a song called Frère Jacques. Frère Jacques. It's a song that comes to us from France. So we learn songs from all around the world. We have learned songs from Mexico and France, America, England, China. We have learned songs from all over the world. That's our social studies we're learning. Good job, guys. We also learn a lot about maintaining our instruments because we have to take care of our instruments in order for them to play correctly. Okay, now, let's see, we have our, did you get it right? Did you get it right? Now we have our trumpets. Our trumpets can stand up. And in order to play their song, Crusaders March, they had to learn how to do repeats.
Number 39, Crusaders March. Now we have our friend Nassim, who sure would love to have more friends playing his instrument next year. He plays a very special instrument called the French horn. And if anybody plays piano or takes piano lessons, that is really, really helpful for playing the French horn. So you don't have to be a piano player, it just helps a little bit. But it helps if you have a good ear. If you can sing in tune, that helps. And if you can handle holding this instrument, which Nassim, he's very, very small, right, Nassim? But he's doing an amazing job of holding that French horn. So he's playing a song, another French song, called A Clair de la Lune, and I'm going to try to join him, if I can. So let's see, can I get this set up? Can I get over there, honey? Can you just hit the... Can you just hit this? Number 7, A Clair de la Lune. 1, 2, ready, play.
So now we have what we call our low brass. So these are the low instruments of the band, and they form the bottom, okay? And some of our instruments are too big to stand. Can you just hold it up in the air, do you think? Or stand up just for a second? So this
is Zia, and she plays the tuba. And let me tell you, she's amazing. She's fantastic on the tuba. And we have our wonderful trombone players. They sounded so fantastic today in lessons. And you're going to recognize the song that they play. They play a song called Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
The lines that are in green for your instruments are not heard on this recording. Let's continue. Page 9, 23. Merrily we go along. 2.
And last but not least, we have our drummers. And not only do they keep the rhythm, everybody thinks drums are easy. It's not easy. You have a lot of skills and techniques that you have to study and be able to play. And they also have to learn how to read notes on the music staff. So they actually do double duty. They have to learn rhythms and they have to play the right notes. So here's our drummers playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on the bells. All right. These kids are going to perform in a concert in the spring on May 16th, and you guys will be able to come to that. And our theme is going to be space, so this song kind of fits into that. So it's a little foreshadowing, I guess you'd say, of our spring concert. So here we go, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. 1, 2, ready, go. If you look up on these signs up here, there's a lot of words. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of skills. So this is just representative of some of the things that the kids have had to learn in order to be able to play. There's a lot of things that they have to learn in order to play and perform together. Okay? And they're improving every day. And I'm excited that you're going to hear them in the spring and just see how much more they've improved just in a few weeks here. Okay? So when you play music, 90% of your brain is working. It's more than any other activity you can do. Playing sports, not as much. Playing a video game, not as much. 90%, okay? They put people in an MRI machine and they have like equipment on their head and they watch their brain and the brain just lights up, okay? Because the brain is very active. You're doing so many things at one time. And that's what we're going to do right now. And this may not, we'll see how it goes, you know what I mean? But this is their first harmonized piece of music. Everything you've heard so far today has been unison, meaning everybody's playing the same thing at the same time. Now, there could be up to 12 different things going on at the same time. So these kids have to be much more independent. And they're gonna play a song called Rock This Band. And they like it a lot, and it's a lot of fun. And we're gonna do our best for you. So rock this band, and that will conclude our concert. And before we go, I wanna make sure I thank all of your third grade teachers for letting the third grade come today. And I hope you all think about playing something next year. And then fourth grade, the fourth grade teachers are always so wonderful to help the kids remember their lessons, remember their instruments, and get them organized, and just very cooperative and very helpful. So we wanna thank them. So let's thank our teachers. Let's give a big round of applause. All right, here we go, rock this band. So thank you